we can do a cold open. If we want to do a cold open, Banana, we can do a cold open. That way, Blue can just enjoy conversation, and see that. And that way, we can actually get the Twitter space up. Here we go. It's up.
Is it up? Oh my god, it's so
Do you
funny.
follow me on Twitter?
Do I have to talk? Do I have to like go to it to talk in it, or like how?
No. What do you mean? You have to do anything?
Oh my god, that's so cool.
Oh my god.
Oh my god, I can
the
look at
internet
myself.
work?
It's really creepy. Whoa, hold on. How do I share this?
Okay, that's fine.
Copy link. Is that what I do?
Do you want it?
I want it so I can fucking broadcast it and be like, so I can tell people, hey, besties, y'all should like come.
Here. You want this? You want me to put this to you? I'm gonna give you a link. How's it like? I'll toss that right back at you. Bam! Look at that. So officially on Twitter, or if you're watching the comments on Twitter, and if you're watching on YouTube, there's the link to Twitter. How you like that? The YouTube is easier for people too. Just because comments, I don't know, for whatever reasons, are easier for people.
And posted. Oh my god, it's so cool.
Oh my god.
What?
Now we're gonna be professional. Ready? Sure. We're already running. Welcome to the Cafe Night Show. I'm your host, the Goldsmith. It is the 26th of July, 2024. What is up, Six Wicks? What is up? Hey, there you go. There is cheese as well. And Blue, I hope you can see us because I know you were waiting, but now we are here. It is officially the run into Paris 2024 in Upland. It is officially the start of Paris 2024 Olympics, and it is headed into not the Olympics in Upland Summer Games 2024. So it's going to be a little bit of excitement here as well. And of course, as we get ready for a new city in Upland, we like to be able to talk about the speculation on collections. We like to be able to talk about minting strategies. We like to be able to talk about the city and the way it's lined up, and the neighborhoods and how the city's cut, and all the beautiful things about going into a competitive mint in a city. And we have the one and only Banana to do that tonight. And with a big caveat, we have a little bit of distraction in the fact that Upland's doing their city mints a little differently than they normally do.
Absolutely.
So we'll get into all that. I'll bring in Banana. We'll have some fun. I'll let him shill some, and maybe I won't rant too much about Upland significantly changing the heart, the soul, the beauty of having a city mint by pre-selling a quarter of it. And we'll get started with the disclaimer. Of course, all views and opinions expressed by myself, they're mine and mine alone. Should be taking as game strategy advice. Taking as financial advice. Represent the game of the team of Upland. I'm gonna die. And any guests and contributors who we'd have on have their own opinions are welcome to them. Shouldn't be taking his game strategy advice. Shouldn't be taking his financial advice. They don't represent the game of the team of Upland. They don't represent myself, the Goldsmith, the Cafe Nightly Show. They don't represent myself, the Goldsmith, the Cafe Nightly Show. That's twice there for you, Banana. Twice. And of course, it is nice to hear the other opinions, because I'm not the only voice in the room tonight. Thank you so much for being here, Banana. I'm looking forward to getting into things with Paris for you. You've seen it, you've read it, you've done the guide, you've done the work. What are your thoughts so far?
I'm excited to spend all my money. I'm very excited because it's going to be gone. I'm going to lose all my money in a solid 48-hour period. I think that's the one thing I like about this now. I have to spread my money out a little more.
You have to decide how much you want to just like. This is dice, by the way. That's what this motion is, just so you know. How much of? Don't you look at that hand roll? How much of them you just want to roll the dice on, and that what half you want to decide what you're getting?
Absolutely. Also, I just realized I have better glasses for this. I should have thrown these on earlier. Hold on.
Oh yeah, get them on.
I understand what you're saying. I need to clean them.
Yeah, get them.
Keep going. No, keep going.
Yeah, I understand. Okay. We'll find those other glasses. Okay, when you get those other glasses, clean them up too, please. I don't want them to be dirty. Oh my gosh, could you imagine if you had
been sitting on my desk for a week?
Oh yeah, they're gonna be squashed. Okay, there we go. Okay, there we go. Okay, I'm glad you joined
in the Cool Glasses Club.
There you go. So we are getting into Paris 2024. I looked at it a little bit yesterday. We went over some of the alignment of day one versus day two. First time that we're ever doing a day one and a day two of a city release. First time we're ever doing bundles. break that, unpack that for me. I mean, I can pull that announcement up so we can kind of take a peek at it.
I'm
But
looking at it as you're talking because I don't
yeah, I'm
know
going to
what the hell
share
is
it in a
going
way that
on.
you can see it. I'm going to share it in the way that everyone can
That'd
see
be
it.
great.
It's going to be so lovely.
By the way, Tam said you need to bring those orange
Lovely.
glasses back. We're really upset that you have the blue ones on.
What you mean? They people are literally screaming and crying because
Yeah,
the
I
glasses
think a
are
couple
wrong.
just died because you changed glasses.
I mean, I
The
have.
Olympics are not canceled because of you. Just to let you know.
Wow.
Yeah. Now, one thing I like about these is the fact that we've been complaining for 2 years that a lot of players, let's say the time zone doesn't match up with them, that they miss out on the collection reveal, or not collection, but the release of the properties.
Yeah.
Especially if you live in Australia or like anywhere not US centric, the time doesn't usually always work. It might end up in the middle of your work day.
Yeah.
And it's not easy. And I totally get that. So I like that we now have the option where you can get one random property in Paris. Is it the same? No. We used to have it back in Chicago and Cleveland where you'd have like a 50% wave and a 50% wave, and you could go minting at a different time. I think that would be the best case scenario to bring back that fairness. But I do like the idea of just clicking a button.
You know what the punchline of that sentiment is, though, right?
Still.
If this was a competitive mint or a competitive purchase, if people actually wanted to buy this quickly, they went and they reserved their spot and they get their spots along the way and they bought, and then it was next person's turn, that's next person's turn, and they actually sold through. Guess how long it would take, more than likely?
Probably a couple hours.
Probably an hour, maybe an hour or two. Guess what time this sale starts?
Oh, the same exact time as usual.
It's the same exact time as usual. So explain the argument one more time. Hey, I'm gonna stretch.
But here's the thing. Now, do we think it's going to be competitive mint? That's the real
I don't
question.
think it's gonna sell that fast. I agree with you. I don't think it's gonna sell that fast. The person who buys first and the person who buys last, and again, I have to put a caveat here. They technically have the same potential of getting the good stuff. But the reality is, in the past, we've seen in Upland, there's this weird phenomenon where things get front loaded in a lot of those random draws. Not always, but we've seen it like the first 10% get 90% of the good stuff. It's possible. It's possible. That's perfect.
Definitely true. Now, one thing I think, looking at these bundles, I think the one that's going to probably sell is for the low price property, the 1,000 at 16,000 UPX.
Yeah, just get one or two properties and check that off the box.
Yeah. I don't think the high price or the mid price are going to sell out.
The USD one for $100?
No, the 83,000 UPX for 250 properties. I am a little on the fence if that's going to sell out.
Yeah, what's the point? What's the point of
if you're spending that much, I want to pick which one I'm spending at that point. At 16K, I can throw away 16K and I'll be okay. There's less and less people that can throw away almost 100K UPX and be fine.
But also the way the city mint works, generally speaking, it's the low price properties that mint out first, and obviously the high speculation properties, and then it's the higher mint or the mid tier mints that take a while to mint out longer. If a city does not mint out, like we've seen the last several, if the city does not mint out immediately, those 80, 90,000 UPX properties, they hang out. Then you choose which 80,000, 90,000 UPX property you want.
Right.
But you might not have a chance at a 16,000 UPX property. They may mint through in an hour.
Right, and I think that's a good one to grab. Like, all right, well, even though the lowest mint price right now in this wave, like, what is it, like 5K? Mm-hmm. I think that's generally going to be close to the floor, 16K. So I think you're almost, I'm not going to say guaranteed to profit. I'm going to say you're more likely to get your money back compared to a 48K or an 83K. We're looking at 35 neighborhoods. Is that correct? I don't know. I
what do you mean?
I'm in the wave one, 35 neighborhoods of Paris.
Yeah. You're about right.
For 48,000, I would rather pick a parcel in an area that I'm speculating for a collection, or an area I can speculate is going to have a return. Like, for example, you have like the islands in the Sen. Like, I don't care what the hell that is. There's enough people that love islands that I can get a return at that because it's an island. Boom, done. You got me sold. Yeah. Boom. Oh my God, it's right next to a landmark. I can probably at least get my return back for that. Oh, look, this is a historical building. I could probably get my money back on that.
Oh, ooh la la. That's Grammare's house.
God damn you.
No, this is a real thing. I've said this. I've said this for a long time. It's called grandma's house effect. There are properties that are special to one person or another because it has a real meaning for that person because they have a connection to that property,
Right.
and that type of direct connection to a property can make that property special to one person. I know a number of people in the game of Upland who've had their city, the city they live in or the city they used to live in, mint out in the game. And they want to own their house. They want to own their friend's house. They want to own the house they grew up in. And that's a huge factor. And guess what happens when 25% of those properties are roll the dice and whoever gets them gets them.
They can't get them.
Now, they don't have the opportunity to make that priority. They don't have the opportunity to make that minting special.
Well, one thing that is very good about that, especially if your grandma does not live in freaking downtown, you're probably gonna be able to get that for cheap, and you don't have to fight for it now. You just have to put an offer for it.
Oh! You mean my grandma? Who?
I'm sorry, but if your grandma lives in the neighborhood of I'm gonna be alright. If your grandma lives in Saint Margaret, which is like I butchered that. I am so sorry for the French.
Wow,
that was bad. I just disappointed in my 7 years of French. Let's pick one that's easier for me to speak. Hold on, let me pick one.
Find something else. Come on, say something else. Come on.
If your grandma lives in the neighborhood of Mail, which is what they're calling it in Upland, which is not Mail, it's called Mail, Mail. I have it down as Quartier du Mail, but if they live in Mail, which is not a high speculation area, and I got a property there, I would probably sell it for not much above mint. I don't know about you, but I would rather now focus my attention to something that can make me return and then grab my grandma's house because now it's listed for a little above mint. I think that's a compromise I'm willing to make. Is that what everyone's willing to make?
Yeah, but so what if your grandma was somebody of note? Now nobody was gonna go for it, but now they do a little bit of research and they're like, "Ooh, Goldie's grandma Goldelina." We're all worried.
If she lived in that hooty hotty part of town, that's gonna suck for you because you were gonna have to fight for that property anyway.
No, I wasn't. Not hooty hotty part of town. Little artist cottage. But now we know what the lineage and all of that, and poof, now it's super expensive.
Well, that's why you don't tell people. Fun fact: you don't tell people you want the property because they'll just jack the price up on you. That's just marketing 101.
So you're saying? You say, hey, I know you get this random bit, and it's not really the property you wanted. I think it's a piece of trash. You want to say that to me?
No, Goldie, I'm going to slap you really hard. You know what I'm getting at. You don't make it sound like you are desperate for the property. You don't make you look like you're desperate for it. Desperate.
And I understand that idea. But if I was, because here's the thing in this language, this is what Upland does, right? The way they bring this out. We know about the part 1, and the part 2 is obviously when the competitive mint is. They use the language about the excitement and the competitive nature of the mint. Well, part of people's excitement and competitive nature is to go after these very specific properties. To go after these very specific. That's part of what the competitive nature is. That's part of what the excitement is for them. And if their key pieces, the key pieces that they would want to go after, aren't in the competitive mint, that takes some of the fun out of the competitive mint. I think that's more my point. Because if that's part of the gamification of the game, the competitive mint, you've nerfed it or you've at least altered it significantly.
We'll have to see. I know a lot of people are speculating. It depends on how well this pre-sale goes. I think it is going to do well partially. I don't think it's going to do as well as they think.
That's a good point, but make the good point that I agree with you on.
The fact that we're going to see how well this goes. I don't think it's going to go perfectly well. First of all, I think we're going to have issues, which I think Upland, that's welcome to Upland, guys. Whoa. But I think that half of these are not going to sell very well. I don't think that deluxe bundle is going to sell very well at all. That freaking $99 bundle, I can see maybe 100 selling.
You said 9 and 9. That's the wrong country, buddy.
$99.
9 and 9 Luft balloons. That's Germany.
I swear to God, this
Oh,
man.
okay.
Fine, you want 99 $9. Is that better? 99 in French. You want me to say it like that? It's the one thing I remember from that dang class.
Okay.
99.
7 years of French class.
That's all I remember.
And we get 99 Luft balloons from you.
Yep.
Fair enough. So yeah, yes, the $99 bundle, 500 of those bundles. This is the thing again on these bundles. This is a sweetener bundle. They're saying Upland is saying buy this bundle because you could get the National Theater of the Opera Comique. You can get the Tour de Jean Saint Pierre. You can get the Hôtel de Saint.
Hôtel de Saint.
The Saint.
Tour de Jean Saint-Pierre, or National Theatre. Oh, well, that's hold on. Why is that in half?
They didn't spell it theater.
What the hell?
They spelled it theater.
Yeah,
they spelled it in English.
Okay, they like literally.
They did. That's why
I give up. I give up on that first one.
They spelled it national and not national.
Well, I'm pretty sure it'd be Theatre National because I think theater would come first and national.
Yeah.
Because bags. Sorry, I'm getting way back into it. Anyway.
Yes, correct. And I agree with you. But that's why I said it exactly the way I said it. Is because the first half English, second half not. Hilarious.
Very silly.
Freaking hilarious. They should have called it National Theater of Operatic Comedy. That's what they should have called it.
Yeah, I don't think these are going to sell for $99. Like I owe 500. I really.
But I mean, I would for $100. I would love to have a landmark. But at the same time, there's only 3 of the landmarks out of 500 bundle.
If you're the first buyer, ready, you have a 0.6% chance of getting that landmark.
Ooh.
That's not new. That's a
Well, I don't know necessarily that that's the case because we talked about the front loading thing. But yes, I agree with you. We know how the front loading thing was. Because technically, if you're the 15th person and the 3 landmarks are already out, you got a 0% chance. And I don't think they're going to get front loaded that much in the first 15. But we've seen the way these work. They happen the first 30, the first 50, the first 80, the first 10%, and they're all out there. It happens all the time in these randomized packs.
I think one thing that's going to be interesting to watch is people buying these properties that go on the market because people have research and like, oh, that's a good neighborhood, and people don't know what they get. I think that's also a big factor that's going to play into here, where now it's going to be a buyer's market. Because people, I'm going to be honest, not everyone knows what the hell they're going to have when this happens. Like if let's say I didn't research Paris and I got a random property in the neighborhood of Place Vendôme, I may not know what the hell that is, and I might not be bothered to figure out what the hell that is.
And I don't know if it's a collection. And I won't know for maybe a month or two.
Place Vendôme has about, I don't know, probably 200 properties in. So it would probably take, it's probably going to take 2 months. There's some bigger ones there. Okay. But yeah, it would take a little bit. And I don't think I'm going to want to wait. So I would list it probably enough to make a profit, but not enough to like be crazy. Like, I think that we're going to see a lot of cheap markups of people just trying to get a quick flip. Because it's cheap.
Either that or people getting stuck with properties.
Because if you look around all of Paris, all these areas have tiny properties. How many of them are going to be for 16K? Probably not many. Like I don't see Saint-Germain-Log. Oh God, no, never mind.
No, go back.
No. I never pronounced the AOX correctly. We're gonna go to Notre Dame real quick. I would not predict that Notre Dame will have any of the 16K properties, even though most of the property parcels are tiny, especially on the Isle of St. Louis. I highly freaking doubt it because it's an island. You don't get much more expensive than that.
Well, let's get into that a little bit. So, I mean, a quarter of the properties randomized, roll the dice. You're absolutely right. If there's a reason why some of these packs aren't going to sell, potentially this landmark pack, this deluxe pack, $100 USD, not an UPX option, USD, 500 of those, they don't sell. They could roll back over into the generalized mints, and they could all become available there. That could include some of those 25 extra large properties. They could roll on over.
Now, do we know what they classify as extra large? Are we talking like 2,000 upgrade? Or are we talking like over 5,000?
It could be 100 UPX property. I mean, 100,000 UPX property. And in that case, that's not a very big property.
Well, 100,000. I think they're talking about size, not like mint size.
I know, but we have to. I'm thinking about both. I'm thinking about both.
Because I'm looking.
It may not be that valuable of a property, even if we're saying it's a big property or a big property. How big is big? Is it big enough to put a factory on? Is it big enough to put a showroom on? Is it big enough to put an apartment on? What is it big enough for?
Because the thing, I mean, my definition of big for Upland is probably 1,000 up squared. Would I count that as extra large? No, but I think that might be what they're gonna go for because there's not many properties that fit that. A lot of them are hospitals as well.
25 extra large. I mean, I would love an extra large property, but again, that's still only 25 out of 500 bundles.
I mean, unless they put parcels over a lot of the parks could be the big ones.
I would go for,
but they didn't specify.
No. And it's USD again. So, we know that it's not, you're not spending 100,000 UPX. You're spending $100 USD.
Yeah, I have 350 in my Tilia. I don't think I'm gonna bite on that.
No.
I'll bite on the 20% under mints that are gonna happen in 3 days with all those tiny little properties that people are gonna buy. I'll gladly bite on those.
Six Bricks wants to know about Pepe Le Pew.
Pepe Le Pew, quoi?
Pourquoi?
I'm sorry, I don't know who that is. Hold on. Oh, is that? Oh, it's hold on. Oh, I never.
How old are you? 7?
I mean, I'm practically 7 in Upland here. So
okay. I mean, I guess if you don't know who Pepe Le Pew is,
I just looked him up. He's really cute.
It makes me feel old.
That's my job.
No, Pepe Le Pew is not cute. I think that's kind of the point of why Pepe Le Pew doesn't exist, is because it's not for your generation.
Oh, it's a skunk, but he is really cute.
He's a skunk, but he doesn't.
He's got a good hairline.
He doesn't follow normal rules of proper treatment of others. There you go.
So he's an American. All right, I can get behind.
He is French. Mon chéri. He's a skunk. He's a skunk. He's a French skunk. Anyways, so tell me about where your level of excitement is. How do you think the overall effect of these, percentage of properties, maybe not 25%, because maybe all the bundles don't sell, but this percentage of properties that get sold in these bundles, how do you think that's going to overall affect the minting that we have the following day?
So I'm going to say about 15%. I think that's a fair estimate. I think 15% would be held and minted already.
So you're thinking that a bunch of these things in the deluxe bundle not going to sell?
Yeah, I don't think that 3 property bundle is going to do very good either. I have a weird feeling about that one.
All these 16,000 UPX bundles are going to sell out. The 1,000.
I think that one's going to be the main one that sells out. I don't see the other ones going that far. You have to realize, for 48,000 UPX, why would I gamble on a random property in the middle of nowhere where I could put that 48,000 somewhere I want to? Because here's the thing, the price doesn't necessarily equate to the better property. It just says a property worth at least 48,000. I could be next to the freaking Eiffel Tower for 48,000. There's some small parcels over there, or I could be in this lovely neighborhood known as Hôpital Saint Louis, which is not a bad neighborhood.
Saint Louis,
but I'm a good mile from the Eiffel Tower now.
Well, here's the thing. Here's the other thing there. I mean, Upland hasn't played the game they've been playing on these bundles, which is to say you have a 3.5% chance of it being a collection. You have a 17% chance of being a collection. That's kind of one of their incentives too, because if we're doing a bundle, we're doing a randomized bundle, you got to have some level of, what am I getting? How is it potentially, is there a prize in there that incentivizes me to go reach into that grab bag? Or is it just like, it's going to be worth about what you paid for it, but you don't know where it's going to be,
Right, and that's not worth it to me.
That's not worth the risk. The risk would be, put something special in there. Don't tell me that it could be an alligator, or it could be a crocodile, or it could be a piranha. Tell me it could be an alligator, it could be a crocodile, it could be a piranha, or it could be a gold bar,
Don't get me wrong, I pay good money to get some slightly better property parcel data. You can go on Google Maps and get a good estimate of what you're getting now.
Yeah.
So like you could go on Google Maps like, oh, that looks like a big property. That could be in that range. Yeah, that could be in that range. That. And you're gonna see that there's just as many big properties outside the hot areas as there are in the not so hot areas. Like
I mean, I got
like I could get one in Sainte Marie or I could get one in Roquette. Which one would I prefer? Probably neither of those. I have some other ideas of where I want to be.
Did you hear this? I mean, not hear this. Did you see this? The tan throwing in there. Throw some sparkling in there. That'd be a weird redemption, though, right? You paid for property, and your prize is you get this magic token, or whatever, a little ticket that says now you get to get some free sparkling. I
wouldn't be mad at it.
Really?
I would not be mad.
I mean, I guess it's Upland. They're changing the rules. They're being wacky out there. They've been doing
airdrops for 2 seasons. I'm pretty sure a lot of us are getting used to it by now. And you know what? I think Sparklet would be good because then you have an incentive now. Build up the property you just got. Why not? Free Sparklet I get, and I get to build it with my property.
Here's the thing. You're absolutely right. Because what are bundles, targeted to, if not people who are new to the game of Upland or people who don't have the opportunity, the energy, the time to participate in the more direct minting opportunities? That's more, I can put 10 minutes into it, but I can't put an hour. Maybe you're making sense.
Oh, actually, you bring up a really good point of why these actually could sell if we're having freaking with Sandbox come in here.
Oh, I talked about that last night, but yes.
Yeah, I was on a plane last night. Sorry.
Well, I was coming back from Nashville. Ooh, I'm so fancy.
I'm so fancy. I got kicked out of a club because I'm not 21. Oh my god, I'm so fancy.
Oh, you need to stop at I got kicked out of a club. You don't say I want not 21. And it's like, ooh, banana, how'd you get kicked out of a club? And then you're like, I was just being so cool.
I jumped up on the stage, guys. I'm just
and the people loved it. The people loved it, but the bouncers didn't.
Yeah, they didn't love my cover of 9 to 5 by Dolly Parton. They were just not having it.
But everyone else was having it. The bouncer was.
The bouncer was not having it. He's an anti Dolly.
I mean, if you can get up on the stage and do a 9 to 5 with justice, more power to you, man. More power to you.
Tam saying put 10,000 sparkle in a random bundle. Please do that, Upland. I know you're not listening because you don't care for a word I say. But
they love you. Upland loves you. No, I do like that idea, Tan. That there could be some fun, but again, I could say Upland's doing wild and zany and crazy things here with Paris because the bundles are kind of wild and crazy and zany. But if I go down here, even before we're going to talk about this overall mint, and we can give you an opportunity. I'm going to make you share the screen. You can go point to stuff and be like, this neighborhood looks sexy, but the thing that's kind of cool here, or I don't think is cool, but kind of wild and zany kids thing is you still pay for the travel. It's like you're flying over, but magic,
literally
teleport. What?
We saw some very fun, heated debate about that. How do you feel about that, Goldie?
What? You didn't watch the show last night. Cheese will tell you it was like 65 hours worth of me saying magic. No, it's like 65 hours worth of me saying, okay, so it's really important that we have friction when we're when we're talking about creating map assets. It's really important that we have the friction of time and that we have the friction of taking an asset one by one, mind you, and moving it from a factory to a showroom. And then factory, then showroom, then factory, then showroom. And then put them in the queue to get built some more. And those get built through factory to show. It's really important that we have that analog of work, or we have that friction. But when we have a city mint, we have a city release, a new city release, you can all just come. Give us the UPX, not free, but you can all come. And it says that it's I'm going to keep ranting here. It says that it's to allow larger access. It's to allow more universal access. But in reality,
they probably want the Sandbox field to mint their neighborhood, which whenever you're ready, I do have to give a little rant to that.
But this is my rant. But the reality is, what would make it more accessible is if it didn't cost 1,500 UPX, because there are, especially if we come down and look at the fact that we have a shadow city, we have a paired city, an FSA city. There are people that the 1,500 UPX, if they're trying to mint a 5,000, 6,000, 7,000 UPX property, there are people that are 1,500 UPX to come in, and then they have to pay travel out, by the way. But the 1,500 OPEX to come in, that could be in their way of minting their FSA property in France.
Absolutely.
You get to have your own rant.
So, I want you to scroll up on that announcement and look at what neighborhood whatchamacallit, Sandbox is getting real quick. It's called Effont Rouge, right? Right? Cool. We got that?
Red kids?
Yeah, red kids, right? I want you to scroll down to the map real quick and make it a little big for me.
Where is it?
It's all the way at the bottom of the freaking announcement.
Keep on going.
All the way at the bottom, right?
This one is Paris, and then the other one is...
Give me the Paris map.
You want this the Saint Denis?
No.
All the way down with Saint Denis. You want Paris?
Paris.
Want to zoom it in?
Yes, make it.
Well, zoom it in too much.
You're having a little fun over there, buddy.
Oh yeah, in and
you
out.
You can literally just open the image in another tab. That might also work.
Oh, you want me to do that? You crazy?
Oh, that works. There you go. So, I want to give you a little heads up about this.
Yeah.
You see that weird little block area next to Saint Avoy? Avoy? I think I don't know. I don't.
Wait. Point to it.
Me literally pointing. That's.
I thought it was a good joke.
Okay. But do you see it next to Fully Mercure and Saint Ambroise?
Yeah.
Yeah. So there is two options that we have. Either A, that whole thing is Effont Rouge, or that area is Le Marais. Le Marais is the actual name of that region. It's the historic old town of the area. It's one of the most famous parts of Paris. I am going to be a little upset with Spaghetti if that entire area is reserved for them. Because that is one of the highest collection speculations we have.
You're talking about this area right here?
Yeah, that one.
Oh, this is like the museum district. There's all these fancy places. There's these big giant properties in there.
Well, the museum district is Saint-Germain-l'Auxerrois because that's where the Louvre is, south of Le Havre.
That's one museum. That's not all these little.
Okay, but there's also a big famous museum.
That is a big famous museum.
Because Le Marais has Les Archives, which is like a smaller subset that has like a lot of the historical documents of the city. Also has a lot of historical buildings in the city from the 17th century. My issue is, are they reserving that whole chunk, or reserving the small part that is Effont Rouge? Because Effont Rouge is like about a quarter of that. It's actually the I almost want to say it's like the elbow of it. It's like that little. It's like the triangle of where you meet like the corner of Saint Avoy to the make a triangle of. Kind of like that, yeah, actually, like that. It's like a triangle of it. And I sent an image to Lisa at McGill Bestie. What are we getting here? Because this is not right. Because Effont Rouge is a smaller neighborhood than that. So unless we're missing a line here, which, you know what, it would make sense if we're missing that area. I wonder if they just didn't draw the line there. And they just didn't draw it as a neighborhood. It's being reserved for later on.
Yeah, it's not. So here's the thing. We've seen this before where you've had these knockout neighborhoods where it's like this neighborhood, and this neighborhood, and this neighborhood. And then that neighborhood that's not listed, that's just not part of it. You were just seeing the dark lines around it that says this area is not for mint. But you got this area here.
We have a couple of them like that. And
we got this one right here. We got this one here. We got this one here. There's a bunch of them like that. So it doesn't mean necessarily that it's non-mintable.
Yeah, especially because Saint Avoy would be right by where the name title would be.
Yeah.
So it's weird. And like I don't want to say, oh, we're not getting it, but I can't get that confirmation, especially because I got so Squall Mother gave us a list of the things, and some of the names were not correct because they were not part of this wave, and at least that had to be like, that's not entirely accurate. And I'm like, that's cool, but can I get a little accuracy for me, please? That'd be really cool.
Well, accuracy, I mean, it's all for just, entertainment purposes. Accuracy of information, that's not a guarantee, You've done a city release before. Oh, I thought we were going to get this neighborhood. Oh, we only get half of that neighborhood. Oh, I thought we weren't going to get this neighborhood. Yeah, we actually get an extra neighborhood in there. Don't worry about that. That happens all the time. We've seen city releases before, haven't we?
Yeah, absolutely. I almost just read that as freaking 50% of Paris is being released already. Like, that's not 50%, but that's Saint Denis. My bad.
Saint Denis. Did you say Denis?
Denis.
Did you say Saint Denis?
Saint Denis. My bad.
I
put an E at the end because I was like, you know what? Why not?
Let's practice. Saint Dunny.
Dunny.
Ta-da!
Saint-Denis. You have to
Close
say
enough.
gutturally. Saint-Denis.
Dunny. Dunny, like a Dunny roll. I like it. So yeah, Saint Denis is happening as this shadow city or this paired city, a 80% FSA, little cousin down the line. So you can't really go. Yeah, it's a little cousin. If you're minting Paris, you're probably not going to be also minting the cousin because again, Paris is going to be 0% FSA. It's not where the majority of FSA players are going to be minting. If you're minting in Paris, again, you're probably not going to be minting very many properties in Saint Denis. There's very few there for you.
I'm curious if they're giving all of that area to Le Marais or like to Sandbox. Sorry, I'm allergic to BS. If they're giving all of that to them, are there going to be no collections in there, or are there going to be some collections?
Extra collections. Just collection it right up through the Tookus. So we have 17 collections in the areas that are being minted. The area, the red infants, the red children, they are going to be their own neighborhood. Therefore, that wouldn't be inclusive of the 17 collections unless there's some that extend into there from the other neighborhoods.
Right, but that's what I'm talking about, streets.
Oh, a street collections. Interesting, because there might be some street collections that do travel through and then continue on throughout. That would be an interesting point. But would that break Upland's rule of you can't have it revealed until they're all minted? If there's other ones that are not.
Well, then we have another issue of what if the street doesn't finish within the wave. I have some streets that don't finish within the wave. That you need more neighborhoods to be
correct. That's the question, right?
Yeah.
If the street keeps going outside of the current wave, does it count? I think by previous city standards or previous release standards, it would. It would say, yes, you got all of them. Oh, by the way, we're extending the street.
Right. Because there's a couple. I got a speculation right here, right? It's got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 13 properties on it. That's it in this wave. The rest of the dang.
There's more later, but there's only 13.
Yeah. It's only 13 in this really. It'd be like a rare street probably,
Yeah.
But the rest of it is in 2 different neighborhoods.
Well, you ready for the punchline?
Yes, punchline.
The punchline is there is 17 collections represented in a quarter of the city. We know that we're not going to get a total of 60. We're not going to get a total of 68. We're not going to get 68. It's not happening. We're not getting 68 collections for Paris. So we are getting more than a quarter of the collections of Paris with a quarter of the properties, which we see a lot. You get the front loaded. You get
especially when you're giving us the entire downtown. Like I don't know what else to tell you.
I get it. I understand that. And so I understand how that works. But with that, if we have those 17 collections, it's possible that some of those 17 collections extend outside those areas. I would think.
I will say a lot of the streets don't do that. I will be honest. A lot of streets are because a lot of Europe is not like the America streets where they extend through the whole city. A lot of them end at special intersections.
Mm-hmm.
A lot of them do it. A lot of them. So a lot. Like I only had one exclusive speculation because so many of them were short. And they would be under 120 properties.
Because they're just not long enough.
They're just not long.
You know what Upland could do to you that they've done in the past? Well, we've decided not really to do any street collections. Deal with it.
Well, to be fair, there's not many. I mean, they could do that, but there's not many rare collections they could do unless they're going to do some 300 prop rares again.
Yeah.
Also, that would be a big disservice to Paris because there's a lot of famous streets in Paris. But okay,
we'll do it. No, it's absolutely a good city for streets. It's a good city for streets. It's a good city for different types of venues. I think. This would be the right type. This would be the right city from a multiple venue collection, more than one type of venue.
Are we getting another Gregarious Angelino BS collection?
No,
again? I will.
It's called no. It's called the
So we handpicked 5 properties that we thought were really cool on Google Maps, and they're now an ultra rare.
Hang on. It's the Joyeux Parisien.
The Qua?
Pourquoi? Why is it the
No, the Qua, as in the what?
Yeah, no. The Joyous Parisian.
I'm gonna slap you. If that ends up being a collection, I'm actually gonna take a knife and just because I am. No,
I spoke it into being. Do you know why I said it?
You're done.
Gregarious Angelino.
You're done. You've been denied. Denied.
Yes, but that's the joke. The joke is, it was ridiculous they did it then. It'd be ridiculous if they do it now. Don't do it now. That's the joke.
Look, here's the thing. I gave up on trying to speculate on venues because half the time it's like some random freaking thing they come up with.
We're gonna do one of them for creperies. We're gonna do one of them for places that have croissant. We're gonna do.
You are actually gonna like get murdered by every
know, right? Could you
up.
imagine if they did 6 or 8 venue collections? Just these random things. It's like, that's French, right?
That's French, yeah. Well, we did have high tea, so like we're not straying that far from.
No, we're not gonna play off on the list and be like, oh, we're gonna have some crepe shops. Oh, this is gonna be fun.
Well, there's a lot of crepe shops. Like you have to like that'd be like an exclusive. I feel like.
What, all the creperies?
Yeah.
Cafes. Yeah.
Cafes have to be limited because there's easily like 2,000 of them. Easily.
There are, but you know what Upland does? They're like, there's 1,000 of these, but we're gonna pick 14. We'll call it ultra rare. It's good enough. We don't have to worry about it.
Well, or they could just do what they made the ocean a collection in Minato, where everything that touched the sea was a collection.
That would be fun. How about this? Everything that's on water collection.
I mean, they could do the Seine. They could do everything that borders
the Seine. Why not? It's a historic
the poopy Seine. The poopy Seine that all the Parisians pooped in. That
hey.
swim in it.
There's a reason why this Seine is a Seine. They have to send out all the poop. You know, they have to put it all the strainers.
No, I was making fun of Macron because they had to poop in the water. That way he'd go swim and poop. Because he decided to do some silly things.
Do you know what a Seine is?
It's the river.
But do you know what a Seine is? It is like a
sanitize my hand.
It's like a strainer. It's like a strainer. Okay.
Yeah, no.
Okay.
No.
Yes, it's a dirty river. We got this. All right. Now, tell me what you're looking forward to. What do you think that again, you've been waiting for Paris for like 16 years.
I was born and I immediately wanted Paris to arrive.
You're not 16 years old. You're like 80. Stop. Calm down.
I wish I was 80. I could retire.
I am tired. So you've been excited for Paris for a while. You made a guy like 16 million years ago, and they said, "I'm not going to make it. I'm going to remake it. Make it again." So what's your excitement? What's your thought? What have you been waiting for in Paris? Is this the portion of Paris that you had hoped to get? Give me that outlay.
So I was hoping they would split Paris north and south. That way, like they wouldn't give us everything in one fell swoop. But they kind of did that anyway. So I'm like, oh, okay. Because they could have just given us Klingencourt, Belleville. They could have given us some of the parks. They could have went up all north of the river, and then do a south of the river release. I wouldn't have been mad with that. I think it's interesting they gave us everything hot tamale.
They've done it in a couple cities where who knows if we'll ever get the dregs of London. You get the high interest stuff, and then like maybe it'll come later, and probably will never come because we'll get the top 20% of Sydney before we'll get the last 20% of London.
Yeah. Well, to be fair, there's a lot of areas that like are hot tamale that are still out here, like Montparnasse. You have freaking Montmartre. You got a bunch of stuff that are not in this release. I'm
dancing to your pronunciations. Just keep it up.
Why? Is it bad or is it good?
Just fun and poppy and zingy.
Montparnasse. I'm so bad. Like I would probably fail a French.
No, half your pronunciations are like
are good. Half of them are really bad.
Mixing Italian and Spanish.
Yeah,
and French.
If I go to France and like I try to buy un café au lait or un
croissant. It's not French.
Café au lait.
Café au lait.
Coffee with milk.
I know. Au lait. Oh, you said
au as in with or in lait as in milk.
Oh, yeah, au. Le.
AU. It's AU because it's a masculine word. Apparently, milk is masculine in French, but
It's a boy.
it's a boy because
Because it
milk comes
out
from
of
boys.
Because it comes out of a lady. That's how it works.
Yep.
Anyways, keep going. Make more sense of this to me. So we are looking forward to Paris. You've been
Of
looking
the French
for a while.
language, I can't do that.
What'd you just say? Making sense? You can't do
Making
that?
sense of the French language, I can't do that.
Okay. We're halfway through, or not halfway through. We've got, I'm going to say we have over half of the interest of the city. It's a quarter of the total properties. It's not necessarily that you expected that you might be broken up or hoped it'd be broken up differently. And again, we've learned enough with Upland to see they're going to give you the high interest stuff up front. They're going to give you the pricey stuff up front. And what we get later, we might never get. I mean, I think there's a lot of cities in the game of Upland right now that they'll give us 15 million properties before we get back to the last 5,000 properties of maybe.
We've been waiting for more than 3 neighborhoods of freaking, what is it, Buenos Aires for what, like 2 years now?
Yeah, and
yeah, like they're never going to give us the rest of that city. I'm
that's
like really upset about that.
I mean, they want to give you the interest area. They give you the
they all right. Well, Buenos Aires didn't even give us downtown yet, which would have been the collections. But like whatever.
Bouffe français. What are we talking about? Bouffe français.
Français. What?
That's what Jimmy Jester said. French beef. Bouffe français.
I would love some French beef.
Why not? Why don't we just go butcher shop?
Why don't we spend $1,500 on a one-way ticket to France?
Yeah.
And
we could do
boucher together. We can get drunk.
Le Boucher de Paris. That would be pretty nice. French butcher shops.
I can go to Boulangerie. That'd be nice.
Le
Now I'm hungry. I just ate.
Yeah, the Boucherie de Paris. Gorgeous. Just all these meat shops, and you get different things hanging in the window.
Can I butcher you there?
Hey, keep it on topic. All right. Jesus Christ. So with Saint Denis dropping at the same time, like I said, 80% is going to be entirely reserved for our FSA players. 20%, obviously, probably larger properties. Maybe some of those properties in the more expensive areas. When we see these cities and they're like, hey, we've got some exclusives, the larger size properties and those exclusives, because they have the multipliers baked into that pie, those might be hitting. There's likely going to be hitting into the non-FSA bin. So we'll get some of those exclusives. And then obviously the big monster props as well.
Right.
So, I mean, that's probably what we're looking at, which is kind of cool because, again, if you want to go down to Saint Denis, you have a lot more opportunity to. Well, not a lot more opportunity, but the opportunity potentially to know what you're getting for collection, and there will be some available, more than likely.
All right, so I just did a count. So they said 37 neighborhoods, right? So
sure.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20.
This is exciting. Just keep counting. We gotta make a face.
So freaking. All right, so the entire area of the Le Marais is not in this freaking release. That's actually upsetting.
And
oh god, that's annoying.
And
oh well.
And
what? And what? I'm upsetty spaghetti. I don't know what to tell you.
Surprised?
A little bit, because they're calling it now the wrong name too. Like that's actually annoying.
Well, here's the thing, and I'm not saying poo on Upland. I'm saying, the way they draw the lines for some of these neighborhoods are intentional, and some of them are accidental.
Well, actually, I found about 95% of these lines on Google. This was like very much them just finding them off Google. The only one they made up was for freaking Enfant Rouge. That's the only. Well, that in Notre Dame.
We don't know for sure that's the lines of Enfant Rouge, but
no, I know because I can Google Enfant Rouge and it gives me different.
No. We don't know for sure that Upland has drawn the boundaries of Enfant Rouge just like that, but it does appear that they did draw the boundaries of Enfant Rouge a lot larger than they would.
I'm gonna send you an image of what comes up for Enfant Rouge.
Request to share screen. See what I care. I'll probably click it and allow you to share screen.
Let me just close my info that has all my secret stuff.
I expect you to put your address, mailing address,
my social security number on there.
Weight, age, height,
Micron,
number of children. I know it's 14. It's
Is
okay.
that right? Hold on.
Yeah.
What are we seeing? Hold on.
Ready? You want to see this? Oh, look at this.
Yeah,
Oh, that's
so
beautiful.
this is Enfant Rouge.
Enfant Rouge.
Enfant Rouge. This is it. That's all it is.
Yeah.
I
As
thought they were going to call it Le Marais, which is like this name Enfant Rouge, Les Archives, and then forgot what this neighborhood's called. My bad. Sorry for whoever likes that neighborhood. My bad. But they like because the headquarters is right here. This is the headquarters right here for
Jimmy
literally
Chester is talking about the Parisian horse. Oh yes, horse is consumed in Paris, and
they don't they eat like fatty liver too? Like they eat a lot of stuff. They
eat their food. Leave them alone.
let them eat. At least they're eating.
Quebecois do too. They love it.
I'd rather them eat than starve. So
Yeah.
but yeah, so this is where the headquarters is at. By the way, obviously we're not going to be able to buy it because can't buy the headquarters.
Oh, I'm gonna get the headquarters. It's mine. I'm gonna get it. It's a landmark. Don't worry
but
about
if
it.
that's all of that, that's upsetting.
Either they made it that big. Maybe they needed that big because everyone from Sandbox is coming.
Hold on. Let's look back at the announcement real quick. Did they say that the neighborhood's gonna open up for everyone who doesn't buy the freaking area? Hold on.
Huh? Well, talk about prizes. Talk about for sand owners. There may be a snapshot date, so there may be a reason to like, hey, come on in, get some sand. Get some sand so you can be prepared to potentially be part of this property giveaway.
Following a joint design competition. Oh,
yeah.
Okay. All right. It's gonna be given away. Okay.
Yeah. It's gonna be happening. Enfant Rouge.
Okay, cool. Enfant Rouge. All right. So now that I know that makes my life a little. Am I upset a little bit? But like, you know what? It's not the end of the world.
Upsetting spaghetti, maybe. I would say.
I might live, maybe potentially. I'm not sure.
Yeah.
Let me stop screen sharing before I share something sensitive. There we
go. So Dan puts this out there. You know, no flex or anything. Oh, I know that address. I've been there.
Yo, Tan, you should like take us. We should do like a little trip together.
That was a real clap because he really did. That was really cool.
He did like an interview there, right?
He interviewed Sebastian at headquarters. That is incredible, Tan. That is kind of something cool here as we did get this Sandbox announcement about a partnership, as we did, get reminded that yes, Sandbox is coming for a partnership in the game of Upland. They are going to have a specific neighborhood. Little Red Kid is going to be reserved for a Sandbox as they do launch in the game of Upland or put their headquarters in the game of Upland. Also, this idea that Tan did have this interview is pretty something big. He should probably go and promote it in larger ways, but say, hey, it's there if you want to know more about what Sebastian thought and his thoughts about Upland and all of that. Boom, there you go. Go watch it. Look at that, Banana. I just promoted something other than you.
I can't believe you. I paid good money to be here. Wow.
I know, right?
I paid $0.
I paid good money. That's a joke. It's a good one, though. That's a joke. So, is there anything that excites you about Saint Denis?
The collections are known, so they're good for whoever needs to just pop in and buy some collections real quick.
There's exclusives, right? They might be available for you.
And it's funny because Rue de la République and Rue Gabriel Barry literally are crossroads of each other, so you can mint them both at the same time. They're very fun. They run perpendicular. They're right in the heart of Saint Denis, so you really can't mess it up. It's very easy to see them.
It's like a T.
I will say I'm a little confused how Rue de la République is only exclusive when it's a literal short street. Like it's a rare. It's got maybe 100 properties on it.
But there's 18,000 properties total. Upland, because it is an FSA city, downgrading it to because Upland's done this before too. If
right, but even like these FSA cities still get a rare.
No rare for FSA.
That's a lie. Because what about Trenton and Stockton?
I know. I just said for this one, we just took it away.
Yeah.
No, I fully understand. They only made 4 collections for these properties. One of them is obviously the regular city. And then for 18,000 properties, we definitely have seen other cities get more than 4 total collections inclusive of the city collection.
I almost wonder if that's a typo.
What, if I'm a typo?
The Rudai Republic, because I'm counting the parcels now. It's not. That's a really sad exclusive.
You know what? I'll be happy when I go scoop a couple up over there. Okay,
No, because like I'm looking at this right now.
I can hear you. There's only
Rawr,
100.
rawr, rawr. Yeah, only 100.
What you need to say is there's a difference between what's going on in your brain and then what's going on in Upland's brain. Two different
Upland
groups.
doesn't have a brain.
Hey, we're not saying that.
It's a company. They can't have brains.
Well, I mean, ask the right people. They're a person. Corporations are people. Okay.
Oh God.
Get it? Hey, I mean, law is law, man.
That's a scary thought.
Laws are law. All right. Well, let's get out of there. We got some launchpad properties. We obviously gonna have some launchpads we get going here.
Let's look up where those are.
Did you like this when they say monumental? Ooh, is Upland making a little bit of an Easter egg here? Ha 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 ha.
We already know the Eiffel Tower is the monument for the next
right, because that's why they had us build it.
Exactly.
To start the racetrack. And here's the question about monumental opportunity. Without them saying more, we know the first monument in the game of Upland was given away. You ready for this? Boom, 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 boom. The first monument in the game of Upland was given away surrounding an event, a pretty large event, which was for FIFA World Cup for Lusail Stadium. That was the first monument in the game of Upland. That monument became Track Hero. They're doing this little bit of a monumental opportunity. Hint here, without talking about it specifically, do you think that the monument's going to be won or sold as part of Paris or within a short period of time or around Paris?
I feel like they're going to make it tied to the Olympics somehow.
That's what I'm thinking too. Are they going to be like, hey, we started talking to you about this. You ready for this? You want to promote or do you want to go right into the next announcement?
Up to you. What do you want to do?
Okay, we're going to promote.
Sure.
No, we're going to go to the next announcement. You can promote later.
Yep, works for me.
Mini promotion. Banana guides. You can promote the rest of it later. Here's your mini promotion.
You're too funny.
All right, there you go. Well, your background's a banana guide, you know? All right. Upland Summer Games Speed Champions Team Contest. Everyone in the spirit of the Summer Olympics. Ooh, I didn't know they were going to go that far. Just say Olympics like that. You know that Prime, the energy drink, just got sued over badging.
Really?
Their branding look too much like the Olympics. Registered trademark stuff. We're bringing you the ultimate racing showdown in Upland. We're thrilled to announce the Upland Summer Games, a 1-week team contest in Track Hero, where teams of 3 will compete. You want to be on my team? You want to be on my team? Do you want to be on my team?
No, because I barely.
If we won, we could get matching tracksuits. You know?
No.
It'd be exciting. Okay.
I would love to. The issue is the fact that I literally don't know how to drive at Upland.
It's not driving; it's running.
Oh, it's running. Oh, then actually, then we'll do it. Oh, it's running. Yeah,
jump camels. You get the little holes in the track. You jump those too. You know, watch out for the ink. Ooh, could be exciting. The contest officially kicks off on Monday the 29th of July at 9 a.m. PT and concludes on Monday, August 5th at 9 a.m. PT, a week-long event. Woo, woo. So head to the link below to get all the details, learn more, whoopee doopie. So again, I'm reading this as this could be the first announcement Olympics run for 2.5-3 weeks. We just get the games kicked off today. Upland has plenty of time to tell us about other Olympic events when we get into next week. What do you think there, Bubba?
I hope to see more events because that would be very sad if we only get one event for Paris.
I want more swimmers.
It's got to be some sort of racing event. I think that's very often.
Like cars, you mean?
Yeah, because we have cars.
Oh, yeah. What if they tied Sizzle season to the Olympics somehow? Because, now we could tie these events that are going to happen throughout the entire Sizzle season, even though the Olympics gets done in the middle of Sizzle season or, a third of the way through Sizzle season. Maybe.
Could you imagine if half the things that earn points for are literally tied into doing something for the Olympics?
Yeah, right.
That'd be wild.
you got to do it quick because the Olympics will be over soon. Yeah, you could do that. Keep in mind, sizzle season is going to be a little different because I'm actually going to do 15 of those tasks. I'm going to feel like I need to. And the reason why I'm going to feel like I need to do 15 tasks is going to be because I really want to get that multiplier. We have this multiplier that's going to be tied into the number of tasks we complete for the amount of spark that we're going to get as a compensation for essentially the dilution or the dilutionary compensation for the fact that we were given a bunch of Sparklet when Sparklet had a higher value than the value that Upland overall decided to list it at.
Right.
Well, it makes it exciting.
Can't go wrong with free Sparklet.
Stade de France. To celebrate the Summer Olympics in Paris, we're temporarily hosting Track Hero in the iconic Stade de France. Okay. We know we're getting Eiffel Tower. We know we're building it. That's for the racetrack. That's for the racetrack. We're getting Stade de France to temporarily host Track Hero for the Olympics. Like Stade de France, Track Hero. Huh? Is this our monumental opportunity?
Oh, that could actually be it because that would make sense.
And then, because Big A, because of Abdullah is Abdullah, the count is the account. Abdullah turning around and boom, maybe he gets another monument. And 2.0, right? Track Hero 2.0. He's already got Track Hero 1, Track Hero 2.0. Who knows? The Stade de France, located in Saint-Denis, just north of Paris, is France's national stadium, renowned for hosting major international sporting events, including the 1998 FIFA World Cup finale. It will also be the prominent venue for the 2024 Summer Olympics in Paris, making it not just significant in the real world, but also an iconic piece of Upland landscape and history. Ooh la la. Monument much?
Monument.
Look at that. It even looks like a monument. It looks like Lusail Stadium quite a bit, right?
I mean, well, a stadium's going to look like a stadium.
A stadium is a stadium, for sure. But boom, stadium, boom, monument, boom, monument. Yeah?
Monument.
Read this. I'm going to go take a nap.
Where? The Stade de France, like about the history?
Speed Champions.
Oh,
Speed Champions is a team-based contest. That one.
Sorry, I was looking at the wrong show. I'm looking at the actual live stream.
Oh, you're watching someone else's show. Oh, yeah, I see what's going on.
I'm watching this on a minute delay. Sorry, Speed Champions. Speed Champions is a team-based contest where teams will race daily for top scores. For this contest, you will need to form a team of 3 players. Choose your team wisely to create a balanced and competitive squad, and you will need to work together to put up the best time possible.
You're the blocker. You're going to be just pushing them out of the way.
The contest officially kicks off Monday, July 29th at 9 a.m. PT and concludes on Monday, August 5th at 9 a.m. PT. To ensure that each player is truly controlling their runner, we will only count times from I read that really wrong. Staked races where all team members are participating in the same race at the same time. Each day, we will select the fastest individual race from each team based on the combined times of all 3 team members racing simultaneously. The top 5 fastest combined team players will earn points daily. At the end of the contest, the team with the most points on the Speed Champions leaderboard will be crowned the Speed Champions.
Yeah. What we're going to do is we're going to link arms, and then no one can pass us. So we can go real slow.
We're just gonna throw those the rubber ducks at people.
I mean, cheat to win. That's what they say. Daily points. First place gives you 5 points. Second place gives you 4 points. Third is 3. Fourth is 2, and fifth is 1. Disruptors. They're super available for teams to use strategically against their opponents. So make sure to use them wisely for a competitive edge. Rally the Upland community to support your team by watching the races live in 3D and encourage them to use disruptors against your opponents to give your team the upper hand. Cheat to win. Like I said, that's how The Olympics are played.
You
Yay!
gotta dope yourself up and nurse the
that's-
competition. That's why France didn't allow for AC to be put into the buildings.
You know, this is friendly competition, right? This is competitive spirit. This is about sportsmanship, guys. Sportsmanship. Let's see some disruptors.
Be the disruptor, guys. Take away their
I
AC.
think Upland. I get the idea of strategic. I get the idea of competitive. This is not sportsmanlike conduct. Not.
Nar.
Nar.
Let's look at the rewards. I'm very curious to see what goes on.
Oh, see, look, you haven't read this announcement yet, have you?
Yeah, I really
Read that bad boy.
Each member of the winning team will receive a custom team tracksuit featuring their team logo, which they can proudly wear in Track Hero, cafes, and other 3D spaces in Upland to showcase their achievements. And no, it's just gonna be my website on it, plastered all over.
Wow. No, it's a banana. And then
banana with banana guides info on the back, and then like on like the elbow, it's gonna have your face.
I was gonna say banana and then like a gold bar, and then we have to have a third member. Cheese
Angela.
said that this is matching tracksuits. Goldie for gold, banana for yellow, and gold and yellow look the same. And cheese for yellow. It's a 3-person team. We've got the team. We all wear yellow. The yellow for gold, the yellow for banana, the yellow for cheese. This is a team made in heaven. Banana.
Literally.
So you got
and they will earn an exclusive badge, guys, available only to the champions.
A piece of cheese. Okay. Hear this out. Like a wheel of cheese. Bar of gold. And then a banana.
Okay, you need to stop giving me our design ideas before someone else steals it. Okay, cool.
This is our idea. This is our team tracksuit.
Right, and someone else is gonna steal it now. I hope you know.
That's our logo, and it's gonna be yellow. We're gonna win this thing. I mean, I had no interest before, but now for that logo, boom, we're gonna win.
Look at that cool little badge.
First place gets a custom team wearable tracksuit. They also get this cool badge. And they got 200,000 UPX for each team member. Ooh la la!
That can give me one property in Paris, guys.
No, 16,000 UPX for.
Okay, one very good property in Paris.
Yeah, very good. Second place gives you the second place speed champ badge. You don't get any clothes. You can be naked down the streets, and 150,000 UPX. That's the thing there. So it only goes from 200,000 to 150,000. So it's only 50,000 UPX loss from first to second, but you lose that tracksuit. And that tracksuit with the banana and the little bar of gold and then the little piece of cheese over here, that's worth millions. Millions of UPX. Third place gets third place speed champion badge, 100,000 UPX for each team member. Not a bad day. Not bad.
I can't complain of 100 UPX.
No. Registration, sign up using the form here. You got to use the form. You got to sign up. You got to do it in time. Registration is open now and will close on Monday, the 29th of July at 8 a.m. PT. Get your team together. Get a fun name. You know, get a team color, yellow like our team. Your team could be anything it wants. It could be pink, blue. Don't make it green.
I do like to try to make it so that way everyone has to participate at the same time.
Yeah.
Like no cheating.
No, we're going to cheat. This is built with disruptors. This whole thing is cheating.
Okay, well not that. I'm talking about. Well, that's also pay to win, which is really funny.
Well, it's not only pay to win. Encourage your friends to disrupt your competition.
Do I have to open a giveaway for a free Paris guide?
That is
for
bullying.
Everyone else.
Bullying.
We can bully.
That's bullying. That's getting together.
I'm a moderator in the Upland Discord. I'm like one step away from being a bully. Like we're good.
Oh, we're fine. We're fine. Upland web bullying. We don't care about. It's okay. This time we get away with it. It's all a good fun. The contest is not just about speed, but it's also about teamwork and strategy and community spirit by using disruptors. That's community spirit.
Community
spirit. Push your limits and may the fastest team win and make your logo count. All right. What do you think?
Cool. I literally have nothing else.
How are we going to win this thing?
We're just going to DDoS everyone who enters. That way they can't get on Upland. And then we're just going to be the only ones that race.
See, I was just talking about like sportsmanship and watch out and don't use
Nah.
disruptors and don't be a web bully. And you want to DDoS people?
I'm just gonna shut down the entire. We're gonna do what was it with not Cloudflare. What was it? CloudStrike did, and they just like shut down the entire. We're just gonna shut down.
We put a short line of bad code, a no code in there, and they're just like, nah, I don't think so.
And only Upland, like HQ and our 3 computers will work for the next week.
That's how that works. And then we get the banana, the little wheel of cheese, and the gold brick logo.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. And then we turn everything back on, and then we all go back to
normal. We're like, yeah, don't you love this tracksuit we've got? It's so lovely.
Oh, you guys lost internet for a whole week? That's crazy.
That's crazy. City of Lights, city release. We've done these before. We've missed a couple of these in the last several weeks because there's been too much going on with Sparklet. But there's weekly recaps with X1 going through and telling you the quick bits about the major recap of the week. In this case, it is a recap of the announcement for the City of Lights, Paris. I
do love that he does them because, especially like an announcement like this, there was so much to go through, and I was like, you know what? I am gonna choose to be illiterate for the next few hours. I'm like, they say it's an 11-minute read. He does it in like 8, so it works out.
He does an 8, but he does something that I don't do, or I do something that he doesn't do, and he doesn't cry at all about the 25% of properties that are taken out, and my grandma's house.
Well, to be fair, he doesn't say with an opinion. He says it as like.
I know. He says it as fact.
Right.
I understand, which is
like we can be salty here because he already put the disclaimer. He doesn't put a disclaimer in his video, so he can't be salty.
I am X1 and I will be salty today. Let's go be salty. No, here's the thing. Paris and city releases. Upland's trying to satisfy a large number of people. Many of them have different opinions than I do. Many of them have different opinions than Banana. The idea of researching areas that are exciting and interesting that could hit collection but may or may not, that is the core of the game for a lot of people. Banana has a guide service that helps those people with some information, and it's about information. It's not about guaranteed collections. It's not about helping people make sure that they're making a certain % profit when a city release happens. But if you are hunting for collections because you care about collections, you want to own them, you might want to know a little more about neighborhoods. The Banana Guides are a great place to do so. Now you need to put some sauce on there because I put.
So I'm gonna present it for you. Hold on, let me
get some sauce on there.
Share screen.
I didn't write anything down. No,
well, that's why I'm pulling up the
copy. This is coming right on my buttocks.
Get me on my thingy. Get me up. Thank you.
Oh, yeah. Don't say it like that.
Get me that. Is it showing? Cool. Okay. Welcome to our lovely little website over here at Banana Guides Info, where you can find a lot of information about minting guides and our player guide. So for the release of our lovely Paris, we are available, and also our little pop-up about our newsletter. Join us if you'd like. We do.
Wow, that's pretty cool. You're like showing the Paris guide, and it's like, are you sure you don't want to go look at the Paris guide? That's good.
It's like, hey, you want? Because we send out our emails about whenever we have a new city release. So, for example, our lovely subscribers got an email about Paris. They were the first ones to know before we went live on Twitter or Discord. They get about a half-hour notice before everyone else because they are subscribed. So if you want to be a little early, go for it. But yeah, so we have a lovely little site here. So we have our Paris guide. We have our testimonials we're adding. We have our Discord link. We have a bunch of stuff. We talk about giveaways, which we host on Discord and on X/Twitter. And we partner with different programs around the metaverse. We partnered with More Cheats in the Metaverse recently, which was an awesome little giveaway we did. And we partnered with the Bayswater community, which just received the collection in Upland for their time and tenacity. So we look at, if you also want to contact me about anything, please, we have a little contact page. We have a little gallery of all of our guides we've released. We've been working since LA. So we have, and also when you click on these, you can actually go and visit our old guide and see what we were thinking back then. Now, I can't guarantee what our thoughts were because I was 16 when I made the LA guide. So I don't know what to tell you. I was a young little whippersnapper. So, oh well. But we've been working very hard since then, and now we're at Paris, and we have a lot to show for it, and I'm very glad. We also have a player guide that we've been creating that we update about once a month when I have time. where you can view it for free, and this is our one free product we have. You can click through and learn about the Upland metaverse and about how different things work in Upland. Free to use. Please share if you have a friend who's just starting an Upland and needs a little idea of what's going on. And we save our minting guide for the more experienced players because at the end of the day, we do charge a little bit of money because it does take us a lot of time to research. Our pricing model is down here over here for a minting guide, 15,000 UPIX or $7.50. We also have bulk purchases or monthly packages. If you are interested, reach out to us because those are a little more complex than just buying a minting guide. We have a disclaimer about our idea. Same type of disclaimer as Goldie has. We are not Upland. I don't make the collections. I'm sorry. I don't work. I tried working for them. I tried applying. They said no. Very sorry. So I can't tell you what the collections
It
are
was the
going to be.
glasses.
It was. They didn't like my yellow glasses. Very
Colors.
sad. I also wasn't 18 yet, but that was probably
That was part of it.
That's probably part of it. But one thing I can definitely tell you is that I've been researching for 2 years. Not everyone knows how to research. Not everyone wants to research. And I have a lot of parents, a lot of full-time workers who use the guides because they don't have the time. If you don't have the time or don't want to use your time to research, it's definitely a resource to use. But I also know that if you have the time and you are local, I'm not going to tell you to buy the guide. If you live in Paris, you know your city better than I ever will. So
yeah, remember those people who were like, "Oh, I know Nashville," and then they hit zero collections. Remember those?
I felt bad for those people. That sucked.
Yeah,
Nashville got screwed on so many. Like, I went to Nashville.
That was specifically Nashville, specifically that city. It was like, oh, I grew up in Nashville, and then they got zero.
I felt because I went to Nashville. I'm like, there is so many things that they got screwed on. Like the only thing that got really well hit on was freaking Broadway. Like Midtown, I didn't realize how big of a thing Midtown was. Midtown Nashville is a huge, big area. The Gulch is very nice. Germantown was very cool. I drove around a lot of Nashville. I had 4 days there. I drove around a lot. I had to find coffee for my mother. And all these places had coffee for my mother because she loved Dunkin'. So got to do a little sightseeing, got to see Vanderbilt University, got to see all these little things. And all these things, I'm like, oh, that would have been collection. Thankfully, Nashville is not the standard of how they release cities anymore. Because God help us if that was. Nashville was rough. But yeah, we have a pretty good track record going on for the past 2 years. So I'm very happy to say, I'm very happy how we've built this up because it's a nice little brand I built myself. Because it's a fun little thing. I can say, oh, I run a little small business in a metaverse. Like, who can say that?
A lot of people, but yes, this is a very interesting small business.
And you got my little. I don't even know. I think it was meant to be a ferret, but now
I think it's supposed to be a monkey that's way smaller than a banana. It's a tiny monkey.
It's my little baby. And it's got a little crown on it because it's for Crown Heights.
Yeah.
My little baby. But yeah, so contact us if you're interested, everyone. And we do actually have. I'm still screen sharing, right?
Yeah, you want to put up something dirty? Go ahead.
No, yeah, I'm gonna post some. I'm just showing them. We also have a giveaway if you want to just get it for free. Take a chance at getting it for free on our Twitter. Pinned comment. Check it out if you're interested. Banana Guide, same thing. It's also linked on the website if you're interested. Do it or not. I'm not the boss of you. I'm not your mom or dad. So go for it or not.
I am your boss. Do it. There you go.
Do it. Thank you for having me again, Goldie. I love being on your little area.
Roller derby. I don't know what roller derby is all about, but is that what we should do?
We should have a roller derby. We should do roller derby and
it should be track hero. Get the camels out of there. Get them out of there. Get them camels out of there. And then just take the holes out and we'll do a roller derby race. And then you will be on my team. You'll be the blocker. That's what he's referring to when I said we were doing a team event. You can be the block. Done deal, Jim and Jester. You on top of it. You'll be the blocker. Yeah, this is going to be good. Roller derby it is. So, yeah, other than the fact that we have Paris, other than the fact that we have a weird stepped, A and B, we have these bundles before we have the minting. We have Magic. I'm going to say this for those at home who are playing the drinking game. We have a Magic, that is another form of Hand of God. You pay the UPIX, you get your butt in there. You don't have to actually use any type of transportation or take any period of time to get there. What else? Anything else you want to say about Paris other than that you've been waiting for a long time and you're going to spend all your freaking UPIX?
I have to update my freaking God and tell him that Lemare is not going to be mintable, which is very sad. But, quick little thing I can fix for them real quick. Because like I said, that's what I also try to do. If there's like a change like that where we thought there's gonna be a neighborhood and it's not gonna be in it, and it was a speculation, I'm not gonna tell people, "Oh, go for it. You can't mint it. Don't bother."
Lemonade not gonna be available.
No.
Oh, that's sad.
Well, because like the weird cut, it's a weird thing that they did. Now you can learn more about the areas around there.
Those red kids, those red kids, they got a little wild. All Lemonade is gone.
All gone, dead.
All gone.
Dead and gone.
Well, I mean, there's too many of the red kids. They expanded. Too many. Lemonade gone.
Lemonade gone.
Expansion of borders.
Oh well, we'll live. We shall live.
Don't get me started on expansionist properties, expansionist policies. Anyways. So for tonight, thank you so much for being here Monday through Friday, 7:30 p.m. PT. We have Banana every single day. No, we don't.
No, I come on about once a month. Once a month you'll see me.
Some days we do. And when we do, we say thank you so much for being here. We love having our guests. We love when we have the opportunity to do so. They say crazy stuff sometimes, so don't hold me accountable. But do come in next week. We'll see you with the new news, with whatever's going on. We can't get out of here yet, Banana.
Why?
But wait, there's more.
There's more.
Banana? No, I was gonna pretend that you were doing something special. www.airdrop.
Oh, is there another one?
Oh, this is a public service announcement.
Why do you put freaking www air? It's the airdrop to Upland, not me, right?
Airdrop.upland.me. That's the one.
Is there another?
What's this one here? Now gonna share this bad boy. Stop sharing that bad boy.
Oh, is it the Treasure Island thingy?
Shh. I'll treasure your island.
Hang on. Ooh, sounds a little spicy.
Wow, share.
Also, 24 hours until we see our new multipliers.
Ooh la la. 288 Treasure Island properties are yours for the taking. Bridge the most sparkling into Upland via at Big Get Global or a DEX by the 5th of August and claim your prize Sparklet Web3. There's the link. Follow along. Get it done. That was a repost. Already done. Already done. We have the colors. I'll put the little punchline there. The game of Upland popped in the Big Get thing again and said, "Woo, you could double. Take the prizes you could have gotten. We're gonna double them. Big get, big get, big get, big get. You can't get big get, big gut." Yes. Anyways, I thought it was good.
We love a good baguette.
No, I said if you can't get big get, you get big gut because you lost.
Yeah.
You lost. No Sparklet for you. Do not pass go. Do not collect 200 Sparklet. Thank you so much for being here Monday through Friday, 7:30 p.m. PT. We'll see what's going on with the airdrop. We'll learn about the multipliers and how they kind of worked because that'll happen over the weekend. And of course, we'll be looking forward to all that is Paris as we moved into it. We're looking forward to the not so Olympics of these games, these events that will be happening for Upland. And I'm sure there'll be something more than this race because there's a couple of weeks of Olympics or 2.5 weeks of Olympics to get through. And I'm sure Upland will find ways to sneak some stuff along the way. Thank you so much for being here Monday through Friday, 7:30 p.m. PT. Get here Monday. We'll see you then. And if you're in the Upland the cafe, Discord, I'll mute your mics. Floor is yours. Thank you, Banana. Thank me again.
Thank you all. And thanks for having me.
Bye.